Today, AMC had another strong day. Yes, it was a strong day even though we did not close around 49. And they really try hard to keep this below the 48 to make sure most of the options contract at the higher prices will not get in the money. But it's just a matter of time, guys, because when you look at how it opened at the beginning, I mean, below 46 and came back up, but not only that, broke out, and you can see right at like 2 or 1 minute prior to the closing bell, boom, it doesn't have to read to stay at 49, but it's still above 48, which was a strong level of resistance so far. So we may anticipate another breakout around the 50s, and we all know from the 50s, there's really no strong walls to hit the 60s and then the new all-time high. And you can definitely see how this is playing out in terms of the power or the steam kind of losing a little bit. The hedges doesn't have that much leash, or whoever on the other side, the short selling side, were keeping this on the down low, now doesn't have enough power anymore to maintain the stock or the prices at those levels. And when you look at some other stocks, which is really interesting, you can tell that the power is going away little by little. Look, guys, more AMC and GameStop go up, the higher also we have these zombie stocks this is from Blockbuster and Sears. These are companies that were bankrupt, and by doing a little bit of research, I shared it with you a couple of days ago that the rumor on the street is Amazon boss Jeff Bezos might be behind this whole short squeeze thing with AMC, because he has done, or he allegedly to has done similar things with other companies that were competitors in those specific sectors. Sears, for example, in the appliance sector, Blockbuster in the movie theater, and AMC was the only one left kind of, blocking the way of Amazon to be also one of the top leaders, and same thing they did with Toys R Us, Sears, but when those companies were shorted to oblivion and were kind of forced to file bankruptcy, net ever on the books of the short sellers, these companies or these stocks or respective companies were deleted because they never closed the position. And because they never closed the positions, they don't have to pay taxes. That's why it's so lucrative to short sell to oblivion such companies, especially when the end result of that strategy is for the companies targeted to file bankruptcy. But how can you explain that stocks of such we call them zombie companies because they don't exist anymore, but the stock is still there on the OTC, over-the-counter market. But if nobody is buying, because I guarantee you, no, it doesn't seem like anybody is buying these, but they have significant amount of gains on the daily. Okay, this is on the daily. AMC closed today around 48.55. This is a screenshot as of today closing. Look, 38%. And you can see this is not even a cent. Same here, 73% gain. And then you have Sears, 16% gain. Well, you can feel free to go and look on your own, and you will see how since last week when AMC broke above the 40s, these zombie company stocks started to wake up a little bit, even though nobody is buying it. That means whoever still has these companies, these stocks or zombie stocks on their books because they shorted it to oblivion, to death pretty much. Now the power is diminishing. The power is fading away. And that may be a very strong and good sign for AMC and potentially GameStop moving forward, because these are the same guys. These are the same companies that shorted these companies and are also heavily involved into AMC. So if they are losing steam and So far, we are still strongly on the continuation on the bullish, uptrend here, and we are getting closer and closer to the new all-time highs. I can guarantee you with the buying pressure to come, because right now today we had about 84, 85 million shares traded, but when we hit the 50s and we maintain those levels and we gradually, and slowly get back ahead of the 60s, boom, it's gonna be FOMO kicking in. It's gonna be day trading, swing trading. The pro's gonna get in to trade this, and it's gonna add much more volume. And much more volume is good because it can bring us back to what I've been sharing with you for the last couple of days, this super cycle, and causing a mix of gamma squeeze, margin calls for the little fish, causing the domino effect for them to get kicked out, having some more millions of shares, to cover to get covered, and that's how you can potentially see another new high around the triple digits. All right. So that being said, we have to keep a close eye on how this behaves tomorrow, because tomorrow is Friday. Options and contracts have to be closed. So definitely, if we continue with the momentum of this closing on the green, man, it definitely can be a good thing moving ahead of next week.